What's going on YouTube? Is your boy JV. We're back again with another how-to guide for Winter Soldier and Marvel Rivals. So just a quick little ultimate guide for beginners, going over some tips and tricks for Winter Soldier, how to use him, what are his abilities, and what are the best combos. If you guys haven't already, please hit that subscribe button. Hit those likes and leave a comment down below on future characters that you would like to see. And let's get right into it. So for Winter Soldier, he is one of our DPS damage type heroes. He's going to be in the thick of it in the battle. He's actually definitely grown to be one of my favorite characters to use in ranked. I'm really enjoying his whole set. His kit is pretty incredible. So we're going to hop into it. Let's start with like his particular abilities. So for Winter Soldier, for his main attack, he uses a pistol, fires explosive rounds with his blaster, damaging the target hit and enemies behind him. So if I do it real quick,
one down.
It's a 3-shot pistol, and then it reloads. 3 shots, reloads. Now, whether you're on mouse and keyboard or controller, this thing absolutely slaps. You can really annihilate people without shields, squishy people. You can shred through. I think the only weakness that Winter Soldier has is like when you go against characters with this, like Doctor Strange, Magneto, that could put up shields real quick and kind of negate some of these this ability from range, is where it becomes a little bit more of a struggle. So with this main ability, you're really going to be targeting more of like the squishier characters, you know, like the Lunas, Punishers. You know, you see Iron Man in the sky, you're going to try to fry him out with his accuracy. Now, because this is projectile, this is not going to be like you just like click and it's going to hit off a rip. You know, you're setting over a projectile, so you really do need to try for accuracy, just so you're aware of that. So let's start with his passive. His passive is Ceaseless Charge. His pistol reloads automatically while his bionic arm is in action, granting the Winter Soldier also bonus health. So that basically means that anytime you use one of his abilities after you fire your 3 shots, you're going to automatically reload. So we'll see that in a second, but that's his passive, which is pretty cool. So we start off with his first ability, which is Trooper's Fist. You're going to do a dash forward and then like an uppercut. So if you look here, I press, for me it's LB, I'm on controller. Dash forward, uppercut, kind of negates him a little bit, takes out a chunk of health. Now that is about like a 9-second cooldown on that. But what's pretty cool is that you can chain this and get multiple enemies at the same time. So if I line myself up, I can uppercut both. What I've seen certain people do is they've uppercutted, like they kind of like lined it up where if our teammates are over here, Winter Soldier will kind of hop in on the front line. He doesn't do back line. He hops in on the front line, and he'll come out and he'll uppercut characters closer in to make sure that our team can do nice little damage bits on there. And you can see the couple of combos as we go. So for the next ability, which is for me RB on controller, mouse keyboard be different, is Tainted Voltage. So you charge up and launch a powerful electrical punch with the bionic arm in the direction, dealing damage to enemies within range, slowing them, and knocking down flying heroes. So I'll press RB, boom. That's what that looks like. So that means that like if Iron Man or Storm are in the air flying and I hit them with that ability, they just literally just fall out of the sky and get grounded, which is pretty cool. Now, if you chain that with the passive ability I was talking about before, right? So because remember, you shoot 3 times and then the gun has to reload, right? So I do this one.
Got one.
1, 2, 3, and look, and then I can keep going. 1, 2, 3.
Wow, 4 in a row.
1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Use my other ability, boom, and I can keep shooting, which is pretty cool. A lot of people don't realize that. So as long as every time you shoot your 3 shots and you use one of your arm abilities, you don't have to reload. Now, if we hop into his last ability, which is Bionic Hook, charge up and launch a hook with his bionic arm, reeling in the first target hit and enemies lurking behind him. So that looks like this. Nice little grab ability, bring him in close, shoot him in the face. Honestly, with Winter Soldier's kit, he can get so involved on the front line. It can feel insane once you start pulling these pieces together. I know some people feel like he's a little difficult to kind of like figure out, and if you're not very accurate, because remember you are shooting projectiles, you're gonna have a little bit more of a rough time. But when you mix these in correctly, it's pretty insane. So like as an example, if we target a squishy character, like we have Luna Snow over here, right? So I'm pulling up on her. I do a reach. But say, look, I missed one of those, and she was pretty much done. Like, think about how crazy that is on the front line. If I'm able to grab one of the healers, because look, with the arm, I could be about this far back, pull her in, uppercut, boom, done. Like, that is literally such an easy combo. Or like, some of your stuff's on cooldown. 1, 2, hit her with this. I'm reloaded. There's not even having to wait for the reload. I'm just like all set. And now if we really time it, right? So then I'm going like this. I'm reach in. I missed the uppercut there, but you see how like you can really mix and dive? It's crazy the way that you can mix these abilities up and like feel like you're consistently having so much ammo. Now, if we go over Bucky's ult, which is Kraken Impact. So you leap high in the air, you dash forward, slam down with the bionic arm, dealing damage to enemies in range, marking them for a culling. Marked enemies will perish instantly if their health falls behind a certain threshold, recharging the bionic arm for another Kraken Impact within a short period, which pretty much allows you to be the dive master on characters. So, and you can repeatedly use this ult if you get the kills. So let me show you. So I hit my ult, I hit this character right here. He gets that little red bar. As long as I see how much health he had, but I one-shotted, and now my ult came back. I could do it again. All I have to do is just hit him enough to get past that red health, and I can continue to spam my ult over and over again, which is pretty crazy. And because this counts as a bionic arm ability, your gun's going to automatically reload over and over again. And you can spam this stuff, and you can hit multiple enemies at one time. So it's just a matter of really mixing it. And you saw, as you saw there too, like I was getting a nice little health bonus there. So generally, the way you're gonna want to use Bucky with all these different abilities, if you could pair him up with a good tank, whether that's a Doctor Strange, or a Groot, someone with walls, maybe even a Magneto would be real nice. You can pair up, and you could just play off of their shield, get your shots, come in close, do grabs, uppercuts for finishes, get your bionic arm kills. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to dive squishy characters. You want to dive the healers. You're going to want to dive the punishers. You're going to want to dive people that you're going to be able to shred quicker. If you dive tanks, you're going to be sitting there for a little bit, especially people like Doctor Strange and Magneto that could put up bubbles, basically. They can negate your ultimate, so it's just something to be aware of. You know, not to waste it, and like make sure that you dive the front line, don't dive the back line, because you'll get melted down pretty easily. For the last thing, we could talk about Bucky's team up abilities, where he does Infinite Grit, which is a passive ability he gains from Rocket Raccoon. So if you can get one of your healers, you generally have 2 healers on your team. If one of your healers can be Rocket Raccoon, you can get infinite ammo when he puts down his device. And faster firing rate, which is similar to like if you play as Punisher when people have Rocket Raccoon. It's the same thing. So you could just sit there just slinging shots, which is pretty crazy. So you could just imagine sitting in the back line, you're like able to just get these shots off even faster, landing head. And you can see even there, like I'm not even using some of my abilities, and like this pistol will just melt down people pretty well. But that's all for today, guys. I appreciate anybody that came through the channel. If you enjoyed the content, feel free to hit that subscribe button, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Jeez, peace.